Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I am fresh-faced this morning. Didn't even put cover cream under my eyes, but that's okay. They're not as dark as they usually are. I've been making sure that I've been eating right and getting plenty of rest. So I am on my way to Jill's this morning to babysit the grandchildren. It's Friday. Jill works on Fridays. She had Tuesday off, so I did not babysit on Tuesday. So I just kind of got caught up on some things around the house. But I am so behind on making videos, y'all, and I apologize for that. It's just my life is busy between the things that I have to do with just keeping up with daily chores and helping Jill and answering comments. Y'all know I'm not going to let one of your comments go by without me reading it and answering it. And I haven't felt good. I've just felt that. I've just been miserable. So I have these big plans to get back on keto after the first of the year, but I haven't, big plans in my head. I haven't made any actual tangible plans yet as far as buying the food and the things that I'm going to need to do keto. I do have the coconut oil. I had bought a jar of it a while back, and it's still within freshness date. I've just got to get this fat off of me. It's so hard carrying it around. I think that, we get so acclimated to it being on our bodies that we don't realize that it's extra weight that we're carrying around. Like when I climb up my stairs, I have all this belly fat that I have to carry with me. When I've lifted up, I know this sounds gross, but it's the truth. It feels like it weighs about 50 pounds. So that's like carrying a 50-pound concrete weight up the stairs. That's hard on your feet, your legs, your knees, ankles, your heart. I know that my body will burn a lot of fat real quick if I do strictly keto, but I don't know if I can survive just doing keto. If y'all do keto and you have mastered it to a science, and I applaud you for that. I know it takes a lot of willpower and dedication. But I'll figure it out. I always figure everything out. It always seems like I have this big hurdle to have to overcome, but eventually I will figure it out. So y'all hear my car, how quiet it is? I took it to the weekend that I babysat the grandkids. I dropped it off that evening. I took Jill and Husani to the airport on Friday morning. So Jill had gone to exercise class that morning, and the mechanic is not too far from her exercise studio. So I went there and I talked to the mechanic. Husani knows him and had already recommended him. He's like an old school mechanic, not a shade tree mechanic, just an old school type. When you finally do find one that you think you can trust and rely on, that's the type that I'm talking about. I took him the receipt from that other repair shop, the mechanic that ripped me off so badly back in the spring. He was shocked. He just couldn't believe that I had paid him over $1,200. And he checked the gasket cover, and he said it did not have a new gasket cover on it. And that mechanic charged me $65 for it. I could go and confront him about it, but I just don't think my nerves can take all of that. I'd rather just consider it a lesson learned and don't go back to a fast-talking mechanic. that you don't have a good feeling about in your gut to begin with. I was just desperate to find a mechanic close to home so that I wouldn't have to inconvenience Jill and Hassani and myself, you know. Anyway, he kept it all weekend. I babysat from Friday until Monday afternoon. And so he kept it that whole time and checked it out really, really good. The catalytic converter is going bad. He said, when it goes out, the car is not even worth replacing the catalytic converter because it's so expensive. So he's just going to try his best to keep it running for me as long as possible. So let's see, what did he do? The number one cylinder was bad, so he replaced that. The number one cylinder on the exhaust pipe. Y'all remember how it was backfiring and making all that noise and everything. He replaced the muffler. Seems like he did. Oh, changed the oil. So came to $255, and I paid him cash, so he took $20 off of it. So I paid $235, and it's just running like a brand new car, y'all. It has 212,000, almost 213,000 miles on it. Lord, y'all, I hope it will last me at least another 2 years. Hopefully that will give me time to save up enough money for a down payment on a newer model car. I doubt I'll ever be able to afford to buy a brand new car unless by some miracle I have another viral video. Oh, Lordy. So I'm going to try my best to make a video Saturday and Sunday, because Monday is the 1st, and that's, the 31st will be the end of my YouTube pay period, and it is going to be a scrawny check, let me tell y'all. So I will try to do videos tomorrow and Sunday, and I hope that you will come back and watch them. So I just got to notice that the storage is low. So the next phone that I buy is going to have more gigabyte storage on it. I think this one has 62. It's just not enough. I mean, I'm always deleting photos and videos of the grandkids, and I don't like that. I want to keep them. So I hope all of y'all have a great Friday and that you have a good weekend. I will check back in with you over the weekend. I'm going to run by McDonald's and pick up some sausage biscuits for me and the grandkids. And I went to Dollar Tree last night. That one over there in Coral Place that I told y'all about, that is always so nice and clean and neat and organized. Well, I went late, about 8 o'clock, and there is a crew that comes in there and straightens and stocks all of the shelves. That's why it's always so well stocked and neat and clean. I was wondering how just the regular daily employees keep it as clean as they do, and they don't. I mean, I'm sure they do little stocking stocking the shelves, but they have kind of like Walmart in Florida had. They had this huge night crew that would just come in with these big sweepers, these big sweeping machines and floor cleaning machines, and then the stockers that would come in and stock the shelves. That's the way it is in that Coral Place store. And there were very few customers in there. I went up and down every aisle, y'all. So I have a few things that I'm taking to the grandkids today, and bought a few things for myself for the house. They carry the Lysol toilet bowl cleaner, 2 in a pack for $3. I believe it was. Maybe it was 5. So I got that, and I broke up the pack, and I'm carrying one to Jill. Oh, and they have Good Humor Dreamsicles. Oh, I love those. I remember when John and I and the kids first moved from Covington to Maynardville, Tennessee. I mean, Maynardville is like 20 or 30 miles out in the woods. So we would have to drive all that distance just to go to Kroger. But there was a little convenience store there, and I remember one Sunday afternoon we went over to that little country family-owned store, and they had the dreamsicles there. So I remember buying me and the three kids an orange and vanilla dreamsicle. I don't even think I've had one since then. When the kids were little, also they used to sell them in 7-Eleven, the little push pops they call them, the little round things shaped like a rocket and with a cardboard stick on the end, on the bottom of it, and you would push it up. I haven't seen those push-up pops in a long time. Okay guys, so my phone ran out of storage and I'm going to end it here. Bye.